What's going on YouTube? This your boy Romeo Trading back again for another video. Before we get started, special shout out. We are at 101 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. If you like today's content, feel free to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, turn on notifications. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so right now I got up Think or Swim. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Let's jump into the SPY real quick. We did take out last week's high. Last week's high being 381.13. So we did break that high, putting a new high on the SPY. That's good. Real bullish now. Like I say, taking out that high. We talked about it last week, putting in some rest, but I guess, like I say, these nice shakeouts were the resting period. So with these nice shakeouts here, we may just keep putting in moves higher. So we're gonna see. Just kind of be careful. Like I said, we are getting up there for at least a decent sized pullback to this. Like I say, 360 area. It's still possible to just kind of be careful if you're actually trading a SPY. Looking at the Qs. Nice extended green week. Like I said, nice push up here. So strong, like I say, strong bullish. Like I said, we're looking bullish on both of them. Just kind of be careful. Getting aggressive here at the top. But yeah, it definitely looks good. Probably put in some rest in the Qs on Monday, just because it's been up 4 days. Pretty much ran all last week. May get a little pullback earlier in the week, maybe to this 320 area. So be looking for that area for a bounce, possibly. Definitely can pull back there, at least to 320 before it can bounce. But let's get started. I got 20 ideas on the Swing Trade newsletter. First idea is AESE. Starting with the monthly, the sentiment for the month is green. Drilling down to the weekly, we did put in a higher high and a higher low, even though this bar closed red on the week compared to the week before. Like I say, seems like we're kind of contesting this 50 period moving average here on the weekly, so we can get over $2. I think we can definitely make a move higher on this one. The daily looks good. Kind of battling this 200 period on the daily as well. We're over the 20 period and the 50 period, so we do got some good sentiment underneath us. So like I said, we can get over this $2 area. I think we can definitely make a move up higher. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive here on the daily, we got a high of 190. If you want to get in a little bit more aggressive with this idea, like I said, it is doable, it is possible. Just kind of be careful of your R&R on this one. This is a 25 cent range on this one. If you get in at $2, your stop would be roughly 175. So that'll give you a 25 cent stop. So pretty much every 25 cent, you'll be able to get your R&R on this one. But that's it on AES. Moving on to the next one, AMPY, Amplify Energy. Starting off with the monthly. Monthly's green, so the sentiment's good right now. We do have a little resistance above us in this $3 area on the monthly. Drilling down to the weekly, it does seem like that buyers are stepping up to push this thing up higher. We got a nice little ascension going on right now. So we did put in a resting week last week. After 2 weeks up, we had some big volume last week, which is kind of a concern, but we did put in this little resting week here. We're gonna see if we can get back over this 220 area. This will give you a 20 cent range R&R, with the high of this bar being 220 exactly, with the close being $2. We're gonna put our alert here at 220 for it to trigger. And then, like I said, we'll put our stop down here at $2. So you have a 20 cent stop on this. So every 20 cent up, you'll be able to get your R&R. So if you're risking $100 on this thing, you'll need roughly 500 shares of this. 500 shares. So every 20 cent will pretty much give you $100 out of this thing. So yeah, that's that one. Amplify. Drilling down to the daily, we still good over all time frames. The 20 to 50 and the 200. So I really like it over that 220 area. We did put in a nice green bar after a gap. We did gap down slightly Friday, then put in a nice little green bar. So we're gonna see if buyers want to push this thing up a little bit higher. Still has room to actually rest though. So this is kind of one like I said, we got that alert there, just in case. But if it doesn't, we'll definitely be able to keep an eye on it. Next idea, ATHX. Starting with the monthly, we do have a green month right now. So there are opportunities within this month. Let's see here, drilling down. To the weekly, we do have this nice little red doji here. Well, not, it's not a doji, a nice red bar with a bottoming tail here, bouncing off the 200 and the 20 period. We are under the 50 period, so this area here would be a concern, anything over this 220 area. So right now we just got a 5-cent stop on this with our entry. The entry would possibly be $2. The stop would possibly be, you know, 190 to 195. 195 if you want to be aggressive on this. I would actually give it more room, so maybe 190. So give you maybe 10 cent. And you know, first target would possibly be 210. Next target would be 220. To see if we can get back over that 50 period here on this average here. We also have the 200 period when we drill down to the daily, so be mindful of that area too. So yeah, but yeah, we definitely like this one over $2. Like I say, nice little double top bounce here. Looking at the weekly on 160, nice double top bounce here on the weekly. Nice move up here, pull back, got a higher low here. And like I say, kind of been rejected twice by this $2 area. So I think if we kind of test it again, we may get over that $2 area. So definitely keep an eye on ATHX. Moving on to the next is CHEK, CHEK. This one here was in the last newsletter as well. It didn't trigger last week. We did put in a nice resting bar, which is another good sign for us. The monthly is green. We are over the 20 period moving average, so this thing could start to trot up on the monthly. So that's a good, that's a good sign as well. We are a little bit of ways from the 20 period and the 50 period on the weekly, but the daily is looking good. So we're gonna see if we can get a little bit higher on the daily. The actual entry would be 180. Our stop would be roughly 170. It's kind of aggressive, but you know, like I say, if we can get over, let me see here, 180. And you can do 160 to be on the safe side, just to give it a little bit more room to work. Maybe 20 cent instead of 10 cent. Like I say, 170 will be kind of tight. Let me see, the average trading range on this particular stock is 20 cent. So if we actually get up to 180, I don't think we'll come back down to 160. So yeah, I would possibly make this a 20 cent stop. So if you're risking $100 on this thing, you just need 500 shares of this. You know, every 20 cent above 180, so $2, you'll be looking at $100. 220, you'll be looking at $200, and so forth and so on. I do have a if you guys are new to trading and you're watching this video, I do have a beginner's guide to trading that kind of go over all the actual values of risk management and knowing your targets, knowing your your risk to reward and stuff like that. I'm gonna put a link to that down in the description as well if you guys want to check that out. But moving on. Yeah, that's that one over 180. Next idea is CNET, CNET. Monthly's green, so we do got bullish sentiment on the month, which is good. We did put in some nice volume here, followed up by a nice doji here. Then, like I said, we really haven't put in a new low. So the lows have been a little bit higher and higher each week. So I got us an alert set at 260. We can possibly put a stop at 240. This will be another 20 cent stop. You can, like I said, if you're risking $100, you can get 500 shares of this thing easy. With just your stop limit order up here in the 260 area to see if this thing want to rip a little bit higher. Like I said, I like the kind of the control bulls still have been controlling the lows in this thing. So I think, you know, a nice break over this 250 area would be good, and you know, getting over this 260 area, you know, we possibly can put in a new high. Hopefully we get in, you know, if it decides to gap up again. You definitely want to actually get in first before they actually want to make a move to that degree. So hopefully, you know, we see some action here. But going back to the monthly, we are over the 20 and the 50 period on the monthly, so that's good. Stock definitely has room to move up at this point. So keep an eye on CNET. Next idea is GEN, GEN, Genesis Healthcare. Starting with the monthly, we are green on the month. We are under the 20 and the 50 period moving average, so you know that is a concern as far as, you know, anybody that's in this thing long term. Still have time to catch up or get over this area before, you know, we can make moves higher on this one. Drilling down to the weekly, we do have a higher high and a higher low here, with our pretty much the bottom being at this 140 area here, and then actually coming up and bouncing off this 50 cent area here. We still have room to come back and retest this 60 area, but you know, if it decides to be a little bit more aggressive to get over this 50 period here on the weekly, we got us an alert set at 75 cent. just in case this thing decided they want to run up and go ahead and retest this area and just skip the 60-cent bounce altogether. We go ahead and get over 175 and see if we can get over this 50 period moving average here altogether. So that's what we got our alert here. Really a 5 cent stop based on the trading range for this stock. But like I say, if 5 cents is a little bit too aggressive for you, you can, add a little bit more to it, maybe 65 cents, probably put it at the low of this bar, maybe 65 cents if you want to be a little bit more aggressive. But just keep in mind, we are at the tipping point of this 50 period. So it's going to be a lot of resistance here. So without some big volume, it may likely fall back down to this 60-cent area before it decides to go up again. So yeah, just keep an eye on this one. We do have the 200 period down here for support on the daily, so that could be a good sign as well. A lot of resting, even though it's been making moves up higher, it has been resting. A lot of red days on the daily, but like I say, the sentiment is still green on the month. So even though you had these red days, it's still been a lot of accumulation going on in this area here especially. So yeah, so just keep that in mind. Hopefully we don't come back to 160. Matter of fact, looking at the daily, if we come back this deep, the move is probably over. So hopefully, buyers step up and we go ahead and get over this 75 cent area and take out this 50 period moving average. Yeah, we don't want it to come back to 60 actually. That would be kind of a, we just have to wait on that. We just have to wait on the next idea to come up if it drops that low for this one. But that's it for Jan. Next idea is HAPP, HAPP. We had this one in the newsletter a little while back. Big volume this month, over 40 million this month. Money is green. We already did make a big move up and kind of made a big pullback as well. So the expectation is kind of slim already. We just really looking to kind of close this month a little bit on the fuller side, maybe get back up to this 260 area at least. Just to put a little bit more volume within this candle bar here. So we got an alert. We got an alert set at 210. You can put a stop at, maybe 190 to see if it gets back over this 210 area, possibly get back over last month's pivot high of 230. So, you'll definitely, get a little profit on that. If it does, at least make that move to close in the month. I think this is the last week of the month actually. So, we just looking for, just a strong move to push this thing back up to close out the month. So another 20 cent R&R, you're looking at 500 shares of this. If you're risking $100, if you're risking $200, you need 1,000 shares, so forth and so on. Drilling down to the daily is kind of seem like it want to bounce off this 20 and this 50, so that's good. We still have this 200 period up here. That's the issue. 230 area, so we can get back in this area. I think we'll be able to break through that as well. I don't see any short-term time frames on this chart on the monthly. So yeah, this stock, I think this stock is just over a year old. Just over a year old. So yeah, kind of consolidated over this around this $5 area and tried to get over it and finally pull back all the way down here. So this is definitely might be the time to buy. Just looking at the monthly chart. If you're a core trader investor. This is definitely a nice area to get in, or especially over this $2 area as well. So yeah, with it actually, and then drill down to the monthly a little bit more. Let me see the lows. We did put in a new low this month, but buyers did step up. I'm guessing because earnings was on the 22nd, so that's why it gapped up. It gapped up because of earnings. 120. Yeah, it already happened. Okay, yeah, it already happened then. Yeah, so earnings already happened, gapped up, pulled back. So we're gonna see if we can get another bull run in this, to close out the month. Next idea is JAGX. I'm sorry, Jaguar Health Inc. JAGX. Starting with the monthly, let me reduce my. This used to be an $8,000 stock. Wow. Oh, down to $3 now. Monthly's green. I already put in a good little high up there in the 450 area. Drilling down to the weekly, it does seem like we're kind of resting. The lows are pretty even right now. Volume's pretty low, so we get a nice volume spike over this 345 to 350 area. I think we can make got room to get high, get back high again, possibly get back up to that 450 area. Like I said, we just looking to close the month out strong, maybe put in a nice full green bar here. The R&R on this one kind of gonna be 25 cents. If we get in at 350, our stop would roughly be 325. So like I said, if it gets over this 350 area, we wouldn't want it to really come back. You know, if it comes back too deep, we're probably gonna, you know, get out of position. We are a little extended here on the daily. 20 period, and it's actually a little closer. You know, it's actually a little bit better compared to, you know, being over here and how much was between that. We really had like $3 here, where we actually reduced that range down to $1. So from $3, from the initial gap up, now reduced it down to $1. You know, we could put in a new higher here. I mean, we could run a little bit higher here. So that idea is definitely on the table. Like I said, I like it over this 345 to 350 area, taking out last week's high. Still, we can put in another high on JAGX. Like I said, over the moving averages, short term, over the 20 period, which is good. 20 and 50 is good on the weekly, and over all three on the daily as well. But that's it for JAGX. Next idea is LTRPA, Liberty Trip Advisor. This stock has already got rejected by the 20 period here on the monthly. The money is still green, so we're gonna see if we can make another attempt to get back up to that area. So drilling down to the weekly, we do have a pivot here in this 450 area. We got a pivot that we kind of put in, then we actually broke that pivot, came back down to that pivot, retested that pivot, didn't really put in a new low either. We put in a higher low as well. Kind of consolidated here. We put in a nice red sell-off here, right back to this area, right back to this 460 area. Then we got this nice small little red doji here. So like I said, we got a 20-cent R&R on this one. If we get in at 460, we can put our stop down here at 440. Have 20-cent stop on this one. Like I say, how narrow the range is, you know, it's a good R&R on it. If it decides to work, you could make some good profits on this thing. You know, if you're risking $100 on this, you can get 500 shares of this. You know, anything, if you guys are not familiar with actually calculating your risk per trade, you just take the amount that you want to risk and divide it by the actual trading range. Like this one is 20 cent from 460 to 440. So you get your 20 cent. You get your $100. You divide it into 20 cent. It's gonna tell you how many shares you need. It will be 500. In this actual example here. Just kind of keep that in mind if you guys are, you know, want to be more familiar with your risk. Then actually calculating up exactly, you know, how much money you're trying to make in each run here. You know, if you want to risk $400, you need 2,000 shares of this. If you want to risk $800, you need about 4,000 shares, and so forth and so on. But like I say, we do got this moving average here on the 20 period that you got to be concerned about. We got the 20 and the 50 period on the weekly underneath us, so that's good. So we, like I said, we are bullish right now. We do have a uptrend here on the weekly. The monthly looks good. We can get a little volume spike. We could put in some ending volume, maybe get up to this $7 area, and then to close the month, you know, we come back and retest this $6 area. You know, that's an option as well. But we're gonna see what happens on Monday. But that's it for this one. Next idea is Neptune Wellness Solutions, NEPT. This one here is a little bit iffy. Just a lot of resistance here on the weekly. But starting with the monthly, the sentiment is green for the month. We did put in a nice little high over last month's pivot. Last month pivot high was 185, where we're currently at 197 right now. So that's the first good sign. We just trying to see if this uptrend is going to continue. So we do got 3 weeks up. We do got a red resting week here. So getting in, we are resting on top of this 20 period as well. See, the 20 periods kind of came in. Maybe it's provided some minor support here. So we can get over this 210 area. We do got a lot of resistance above us over 220. Just kind of be mindful of that as far as, you know, how much you're risking in this area. But yeah, the original idea is 210. So we get over 210. You can possibly put your stop at $2 if you really want to be aggressive. Or you can bring your stop down here to this 190 area. Really give it a chance to really work out this week. Because like I said, you got a lot of resistance here, so it could be some back and forth. bouncing. So you can, like I say, put that stop down here in the 190 area if you do get triggered earlier in the week at 210. And that'll give you at least a 30-cent stop. I'm sorry, 20-cent stop at 190. So that'll give you a 20-cent stop. So if you're risking $100 on this thing, you just need 500 shares. So yeah, that's like I said, that's an idea there. But like I say, you got the resistance here at 220. So be mindful of that on the weekly. But hopefully that support holds and we're actually able to make a move up. We are over the 20 and the 50 period on the daily. So that is a good sign. We do have some short-term trend strength up, some short-term trend strength going on right now. So like I say, this 230 area, you got the 200 period up there as well. So just kind of be mindful of actual resistance here. Let me open up this monthly a little bit more. Okay, we are putting a higher high on the monthly as well compared to the low we put in here at $1. So actually I'm maybe getting over this $2 area. If you're in this long term, possibly over $3 by the middle of the year, maybe. If this is a true bounce, nice volume here on this bounce. Volume's picking up here. And what was this? November, December, volume picked up here. 5 months down green. Buyers are stepping up here in January. So we could be over $3. I say by the middle of the year, maybe give it a month or two, couple months. Possibly, getting over $3 would be the next area. You're getting back above that 20 period on the month because you had a nice uptrend here and then it kind of just fell down below this uptrend. But like I said, we do got a higher low here, so getting back over that $3 area would be good for this stock as well. Getting back over the 20 period and the 50 period moving average. But yeah, we're gonna see. Good luck to anybody that's in this already or been in it for a while. On to the next idea, ONCT, Octernal Therapeutics. Hope I said that right. Monthly is currently green. We do have some top and tails here. So it definitely was a battle getting over this $4 area. Like I say, push up big time, brought back another push up here, big volume here. This month here seems like it's kind of resting a little bit here. Like I said, you took a lot of volume to get over this area here. Like it's kind of just resting over this $5 area. Volume's kind of low, especially with it being the end of the month. So probably not much selling going on either. Buyers have been really keeping this thing under control. Drilling down to the weekly, we do got a little red resting week here. This is probably my widest actual stop loss for this newsletter here, and this one's gonna be 50 cents. So the actual alert is at $6 over this red high. This red high was $5.99, so we can just put it at 6. And then the actual close was $5.50. So you got a 50-cent stop here. If you're risking $100, you just need 200 shares of this thing. And like I say, if it goes up to trigger $6, we don't want it to come back to $5.50. But if it does, it may just need to rest a little bit more. So we'll see. Possibly, like I say, if this one fails, it'll probably come back and retest this $4 area. That area, like I said, put in these top and tails to get over it. So just coming back to do a quick bounce in this area is possible. So just kind of be aware of that, what can happen. And you also got the 20 period on the weekly down here as well. So, it's kind of far away. So, it can always come back and kind of retest this area first just to see. But, we're looking for it to get over 6 though. So, that's going to be the focus of next week. We do got 3 red resting days here on the daily. So that looks good as well. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive, you can get in over this 570 area. That'll give you a 20-cent stop on this over 570 by 550. That'll give you a 20-cent stop. That'll increase your share size from 200 to 500. And like I say, your first target will roughly be maybe $5.90 or $6 to see if we can actually trigger that high for the weekly idea as well. So just kind of keep that in mind. Like I said, we look good on our time frames as far as moving up. We just got to see if the market maker is going to move this thing up any. Next idea is OPK, OPCO Health Inc. Monthly is green. We are over the 20 and the 50 period. Seems like we definitely grinding over that 50 period moving average right now. That's good. Drilling down to the weekly, we are over the 20, the 50, and the 200 period on the weekly, so that's awesome. We do have a pivot high here of 460 with a close of 440. We got another 20-cent area here. So, you know, if you're risking $100, you're looking at 500 shares of this thing. See what we got. Possible targets would be $5, with that being last month's high. That would definitely be a nice target area to start. I don't see any more. The next resistance would be probably in this $6 area. So definitely got definitely got room to make it a move up higher. Like I say, first target would definitely be the $5 area. If you're in this thing for the long term, then you know you're pretty much looking good. It's pretty much looking good. Putting a nice high here, pull back, still grinding up here. So definitely looks good if you're in this thing, you know, long term. But yeah, definitely look at it over this 460 area. Like I said, we got a nice resting bar here. Overall moving averages, so you know, 460 by 440 would be the ideal. Next idea is PTE, Polarite. What is that? Polaritite? Polaritite? Polaritite. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, y'all leave a message with the pronunciation in the comments. Right now, the monthly's green on this one. Nice sentiment. Did make a nice move up. Probably got rejected by this $2 area already. I'm pretty sure it hit that probably pre-market. Whenever it did gap up, it probably did hit this area. Bullish sentiment, gapped over last month's high of 75 cents. So a core entry would have been this 75 cent area last month. Nice, would have been a very nice entry. Would have been paying off big time this month. You know, after being down for 5 months, definitely a nice entry at 75 cents. Drilling down to the weekly, we are contesting this 50 period. We do have a little support here on the 20 on our side. So getting over this 115 area is the idea. With our stop at 105, that'll give you a 10-cent stop. So if you're risking $100 on this idea, you need 1,000 shares of it at this point. Daily looks good. We're kind of riding this 200 period a little bit, so maybe that's a little bit more support for us. So we can get over this 115 area. I think we can definitely make a move up higher. Kind of feel this month out just a little bit more green, so it won't have this huge tail. We don't want a huge tail like this one here. We want to really step up, maybe get over this 150 area here, kind of close over this 150 area. We got a nice pivot here. You know, this the area that got rejected back in July. You know, pushed up. Ooh, excuse me. Pushed up, got pushed back, and then you know, sellers kind of took over and kind of downtrended more off this 150 area. So if we can get back over this 150 area, I think that'll be a nice start. You know, depending on how we work, you know, depending on how it works out to close the month. But yep, that's the idea, 115 by 105. Next idea is RIGL. This one's been on the swing trade newsletter for a while. Month's green. Like I say, you could have got in over each one of these monthly highs. It already triggered last month high at 390. So like I say, the trend is still up. We are over the 20 and the 50. So, you know, if you're in this thing long term, you know, you're looking good. My actual entry would be 390 by 375. That'll put you at roughly a 25-cent stop. So if you're risking $100 on this thing, you just need like 400 shares of it. 400 shares of it. We put in this nice little shakeout here, so that's kind of I think that's kind of a good sign. Nice volume here, so you know it definitely corrected whatever it was trying to do. So definitely got some good profit taking going on in here. And then like I said, we didn't really sell off either. You know, we put in a nice narrow range bar here as well, so we can get back over this 390 area. I think we can definitely make a move up higher, maybe closing over last month's high of 390. So, you know, that's definitely a nice area to actual beat. Put in a nice new high, maybe go up to this 320 area, you know, to kind of get away from that open. You don't want to, you know, rest too heavily on that, rest on last month's high too heavy. You actually want to kind of put in a nice new high for it as well. This is the 4th month that this one is up. So this may be the last month before it actually put in, you know, kind of a resting month. So, you know, it may just be tired. Like I say, buyers have been pushing this thing up for the last 4 months. So it may just be tired. But we're going to see if it got one more move left in it, you know, to close out the month maybe. So, you know, that's what we're hoping for. Look good on the daily over all the time frames, the 20, the 50, and the 200. Same as the weekly, same as the monthly. Like I said, this is like I said, if you've been in this thing, you know, it's like I said, it's just looking good. You know, that's it for this one. Next one is SELB, Selecta Bioscience Inc. SELB. Right now the monthly is green, sentiment's good. We are breaking over that 200 period on the month, so that's definitely a big move there. We do have a little support from the 200 period, from the 20 period here on the monthly, so that's good. So anybody in this long term, it definitely can make a move up higher. You definitely got moving averages on your side at this point, so definitely time to make a move up higher. Drilling down to the weekly, we got definitely a battle here. That's the bulls are winning as well, so looking good on all time frames. Drilling down to the daily, we are over all 3 time frames as well. Hold on. Oh, this is a trend line. Most was looking at this a while ago. Let me remove that. Ah, there we go. Still looks good. Still looks good. But I'm pretty sure that trend line was there for a reason. I must have was looking at this a while ago or something like that. So it definitely was on my radar, I guess, at one point. I had that trend line there. But still got support from that 20 period, so that's good. Still over the 20 and the 50, so that's good on the weekly, and over all 3 on the daily. So like I say, the sentiment is good. Getting over this 360 area is the idea. Possibly with a stop at maybe 340. Make it an even 20 cent. If you're risking $100 on this, you just need 500 shares. Anybody looking to take this up as a swing trade. Target areas, we've already broke last month's high of 355, so that's good. That would, we already got a new high on the month. The high of the month was roughly 375. Yeah. I'm not sure if this is actually going to be a month that we actually get extended on, or if this is going to be the month that actually set up for the actual extension. Like kind of like a buy setup. Kind of like we got over here in April. We got a little buy setup here, and then, like I say, we ran higher that following month. But we're gonna definitely see. We are up in an area that got rejected by big volume before, especially in this $4 area. Definitely resistance in this $4 area. So we're gonna see if we can get back up, if not gap over that area. Everybody likes a gap up, so that's definitely what we're gonna be looking for. But that's it on SELB. Moving on, TANH Holdings Limited Company, TANH. Big volume here in November. Really shaking this thing on out. I'm not sure why. Whatever news, whatever happened. Followed up by narrow range on red month. We didn't put in a new low here. We did slightly put in a lower low, but bulls did step in down here. So still bullish in my book. You did run up 5 months from June all the way up to October. 5 months green. A nice little shakeout here. So we're gonna definitely see if we can get back over this $2 area. We are sitting right at the 200 and the 20 on the weekly. So we do got support from the 50 period. That's the only support we got is that 50 period. So we can get over 2 and hold over 2. I think we'll be in good shape. We are slightly getting over it on the daily. Like I say, it's kind of a decision-making period, whether we actually gonna go higher or if it's actually gonna fall lower. I think this thing got room to actually go back higher. Like I said, it did gap down. Seemed like it want to kind of get back up to where it was. We're gonna see if we can get over this $2 area. Let me see. You can do $2 by roughly 180. Give it like I said, that'll be another 20 cent stop. Just to give it a little bit of room to actually move around a little bit. Like I said, you got resistance here, so definitely can get knocked back a few times before it actually get over it. So maybe 2 by 180, give it a 20 cent stop. So if you're risking $100 on this thing, you just need 500 shares of it. Like I said, 2 green weeks. We do got, like I said, volume here on this rejection, but like I said, we didn't put in a new low. Still got higher lows here. That's good as well. Like I said, we just looking for it to get over $2. See if we can get a nice move up from there. Drilling on down, next idea is VERO, Venus Concept Inc. Company. Definitely love this monthly. Nice volume spike last month in December to close out the year. huge volume, followed up by a wide range green month, basically taking out all those sellers from last month. Anybody shorting this thing or selling off, you know, pretty much took out all that. We got more volume this month as well, so this could be the start of something big. Over 255 closing out the year. So we're gonna see if we can get a nice run in over this 255 area, possibly with a stop at 235. You know, that'll give you roughly a 20-cent stop on this one. So if you're risking $100, you just need 500 shares. We do got a narrow range doji here sitting on top of this 20 period on the weekly. That's what that's what we're looking at. This could be all the rest we need. We did get a nice volume spike here. 5 million shares here resting. We're gonna see if we can get a nice move up over this 255 area. Drilling down to the daily, it does look like it's kind of set up to kind of shoot up higher. We're gonna definitely see. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive, you can kind of get in this 245 area. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive, I personally would definitely want it to come hit 255 first. Then I can possibly add down here if it pulls back that low, because that would be a nice run up. You know, because when we're doing these swing trades, we expected it to hit our target. Hit our entry, put in a higher high. They kind of don't work out if they hit our entry exactly and then just pull back and never come back. That's why I have my alert set. That way, when it actually trigger it, by the time I actually get to it, it'll already pull back. That way, I can already get some cheaper shares. But if it does shoot up higher over our entry, and then the following day normally is the pullback day. So that normally is the day that you can actually get filled on, because it normally pulls back to that area. You got intraday moves that normally do it. So you got bars like this that here on the daily that definitely can shake out and get you filled in on some shares. So daily looks good. We got the 20 and the 50 period underneath us, so we do got a little support here. So we're gonna see if we can get over this 255 area, and definitely take out 265, which would have been last month's high. Take out that area there to really show that bulls have stepped up. But I really think we got a big move coming on VERO. I'm not sure what's going on, but it definitely looked like it's ready to move. We got a lot of volume here this month. Kind of downtrending for a while. So yeah, I think we got some big moves coming this month. If you want to go ahead and get in this thing at 250, you would have your stop at roughly, you could just do 150. You could just make it a $1 stop. If it drops back down to this 150 area, you can do 250 if you want to just go ahead and get in at 250. If you got a core trade on this, 250 by 150, they give you a $1 stop. If you just want to core trade this thing for $100, you just need 100 shares. If you want to core trade this thing with $1,000, you just need 1,000 shares. Because you got a dollar range on this on your stop loss. Your core trades, you want to kind of focus on that monthly chart. With it putting in this type of volume this month, it really shouldn't drop back below $2. You really don't want it to drop that low. But just to give it some room, if you want to risk $1,000, you just need 1,000 shares at 250. And if it come down to 150, you lose $1,000. You're on to the next investment. But with the volume that's coming in, I don't think this thing's gonna pull back. I think it's about ready to make a move up. So we're gonna see on this one. If you guys are in this stock, definitely keep me posted, because I be looking at so many stocks every week. Sometimes I may lose sight of some of these ideas that I have, especially if I sell out of some of them based on the swing trades. So if the core is looking good, if the core trades are looking good, yeah, you guys definitely let me know, so I can definitely take another look at it and possibly get back in and take a nice position to ride it with you. That's it for VERO. Next idea is VERU Inc. VERU. Seems like we're kind of resting this month. This was the idea just to see if it did make another move up, to kind of get over this $10 area. We already got rejected last month in this $10 area, so we're gonna see if we can make another move up. Already, like I said, put in a nice volume here, rested, kind of been going sideways. Buyers still been protecting this thing under $8. It seemed like that's where all the big money was. So getting over this area here seems like it was important. So we're gonna see if we can get over this $10 area. Got the actual alert set at 940. This is gonna be my second widest stop here. The stock has an average trading range of 72 cents due to this gap. My average trading range is out of a 20-day period. About of 20 days, because of this huge move here, because of these huge moves, the average trading range is super wide on this. So it really hasn't had a chance to get back to its average trading range, which has normally been, 10 cent, 15 cent, stuff like that. If you go back to these old ideas, the range really don't go above 20 cent. But because of the big gap, the average trading range is up to 72 cent. You just kind of gotta be careful with your with your R&R, with it being this spread out, this volatile. That's the word for it. This volatile. So right now we got a 40 cent stop on this thing. Entry being $9.40 with the stop being at $9. So if we get back above this 20 period, which looking at it now, I think it might pull back. With us putting in this big move last month, looking at it now, we may close the month red. Just based on just the moving averages. But we're gonna see what happens. We do got an alert set at 940 by 990. If you want to risk $100 on this thing, you just need 250 shares. Not that much. So like I say, if you want to risk $100, you just need that 250. Like I say, look good on all the other ones. It just kind of extended. That's all. Just kind of extended. But like I said, we do got support in this $8 area. So maybe somebody with more money than me can make this thing move. So that's what we're looking for. But that's it for VERU. Next idea is WTI, WNT Offshore Inc. This idea here has kind of been rejected by this 250 here on the monthly a couple of times. We are under the 20 and the 50 period, so we don't have much sentiment in our favor as far as the uptrend goes. And with this being the kind of the third month, is actually not getting over, not being able to close over this 250 area. That's the concern. Tried it here in July, August, got rejected, kind of fell back. Buyer stepped in here down at 150, pushed it up, kind of didn't get over here, got rejected again. So we can see if we can close over 250 to close out the month, maybe get up to this $3 area, close out the month. That would be a nice bullish push on this one. It'll definitely show some strength. So we got the actual alert at 250, with your stop being roughly at 230. You want to give it a little room here. That'll give you another 20 cent stop. So if you're risking $100 on this thing, you just need $500. I mean, not $500, 500 shares. So 500 shares times what, $2.50, so you're looking at maybe a little over $1,000, like $1,500 or something like that. Don't judge my math. So I'm kind of just going off the top of the head. Pull out the calculator on you. But yeah, just going off the top of the head on this one though. So just bear with me. But yeah, 250 by 230. Like I said, they give you that 20 cent stop. Do have a nice green bar. We have a lot of stocks that did this on Friday. Nice wide range green bar on Friday. We got a few stocks that did it. So we're gonna see if we actually getting another move up, or if this was just a minor correction. Our bouncing off the 200 period and 50 period got a little support here. So getting over this 240 area and holding it will be the first good sign, and then getting over that 250 area to close out the month is the expectation for this. But that's it for WTI. The last idea is XXII, 22nd Century Group. Is this like a theater company? 22nd Century? I don't know. Do some research. I know AMC was moving pretty good. 22nd Century Group. Ain't that like a production company for movies or something? Cannabis. Oh no, this is a cannabis company? Hemp and cannabis GMO technology. Production of THC. Oh, I was way off. Yeah, don't judge me. I was way off. Anywho, bullish on the month. Let me see, got over this $2 area. Real strong too. Real strong here. Real strong. It's actually pretty much at the top of the month. So we're gonna see if we got to move up higher to close out the month. Got our first alert here at 290. Like I said, we got a nice little red bar here. You can do 290 by 280 if you want to be super aggressive. I wouldn't do that due to us putting in this green bar here. So this will be the second green bar without any rest. So if we do put in another green bar Monday, it could definitely come back to retest this 280 area. Just kind of be careful in this area here at 280. You can do 275 that'll give you a 25-cent stop. So 290 by, no, hold on, that's wrong. Oh, I'm sorry, I did the wrong math. 290 by 280 would be 10 cents. Then you got your 290 by 270 that'll give you 20 cents. So I would do 290 by 270, just to give it just a little bit more room. Since it did run up green on Friday, just to give it that little bit more room to actually pull back, find support, and then push up higher. But getting, like I said, getting over 290 is always going to be a good sign anyway. Just taking out a red week, taking out a seller's week to really show you that buyers are in control. We are over all 3 time frames on all 3 time frames. I mean, all 3 moving averages on all 3 time frames. So that's, you know, definitely good, definitely bullish. Like I said, a lot of strength here. We're gonna see if we can make another move up over 290. That's 290 by 290 by 270. That'll give you 20 cents. So if you're risking $100, you just need 500 shares of this, and then, like I say, every 20 cent up, you know, you got your $100. But that is it, you guys. XXII. I hope I didn't go too quick. I know I normally, you know, talk a little bit more for each ticker, but actually, yeah, this is my quickest video yet. Yeah, so this is my quickest video yet with 46 minutes. So if you guys think I went too fast, I wanted to make it quick because everybody was talking about how all my videos are an hour long and an hour this and an hour that. So I trimmed 15 minutes plus off of it. So I hope this is a good thing for you guys. I kind of went quickly, so I don't know if I gave you guys some of the detail that I wanted to give you. Like I said, I kind of just did like a quick overview of each idea. So you guys got more questions, if you guys got more questions about, you know, like order entry, about risk management, about share sizing, about any of that stuff, feel free to leave it in the comments. Like I say, this is free information, free education, free all that stuff. So, you know, free content. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave me in the comments, subscribe, like, share. I will see you guys next time.